In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 MLB games happening on August 14, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Oakland Athletics versus St. Louis Cardinals. The Oakland A's face the St. Louis Cardinals, with both teams having rough seasons. The A's have a 33-85 record, and with only 3 wins in their last 10 games, they have the worst record in the American League. The Cardinals have a 52-66 record and are in last place in the National League Central Division. For the upcoming game, the A's will turn to J.P. Sears as their starting pitcher, who has allowed 6 runs in the last 2 starts, while the Cardinals will turn to Miles Mikolas to start the game. The A's hope to improve on an awful year, but the Cardinals look to step up at home and control this game from the first inning. The Cardinals should drive in runs at will, with Nolan Arenado, Lars Nootbaar, and the rest of the lineup making hard contact and crushing pitches against J.P. Sears, who has allowed 6 runs in his last 2 starts, and the Cardinals pitchers. The Cardinals should limit the A's lineup, which averages only 3.53 runs per game, with Miles Mikolas pitching multiple scoreless innings to allow the bullpen to close out the game with a comfortable lead. Oakland is the worst team in the MLB this season, and they are 15-44 on the road, while St. Louis is 25-33 at home. The Athletics had a chance to avoid the sweep in Washington on Sunday, but their bullpen absolutely fell apart in the 9th inning. Oakland is starting J.P. Sears, who has allowed 12 earned runs in his last 19.2 innings of work. St. Louis is starting Miles Mikolas, who has allowed 2 earned runs or fewer in 2 straight starts. This Oakland team cannot be trusted, especially on the road, so the St. Louis Cardinals to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Cardinals are carried by their lineup, and both teams look to drive in runs from the first pitch. The A's should constantly play base runners, with Brent Rooker, Seth Brown, and the rest of the lineup making contact and putting together great plate appearances against Miles Mikolas and the rest of the Cardinals pitchers. The Cardinals, who average 4.67 runs per game, should run up the score, with Nolan Arenado, Lars Nootbaar, Nolan Gorman, and the rest of the lineup swinging for the fences and crushing the ball against the A's pitchers to circle the bases at will. This will be a high-scoring game, with both lineups stepping up. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Los Angeles Angels versus Texas Rangers. It's the start of an early week series on the diamond as a pair of American League West rivals collide in the Lone Star State. The Los Angeles Angels are on the road as they open up a 3-game series with the Texas Rangers Monday night. Los Angeles finished up a 3-game series on the road with Houston Sunday afternoon, looking to avoid a sweep. The Angels were clubbed 11-3 for the second straight day by the Astros Saturday in the middle game of the series. Texas was on the road in San Francisco Sunday afternoon, looking to sweep their interleague series from the Giants. The Rangers prevailed 9-3 in the middle game of the set Saturday night. In the season series, the Angels own a 4-3 advantage, including taking 3 of 4 on the road June 12th and June 15th. We're looking at 2 teams trending in vastly opposite directions, as the Angels had dropped 8 of 10 entering Sunday to sink below the .500 mark on the season. Meanwhile, Texas has stayed hot, winning 10 of their previous 11 entering Sunday, and have maintained their advantage in the American League West race. Sandoval has done a decent job keeping the Angels in games this season, but the fact remains that the Bats have had their issues, while their bullpen has imploded far too often to be a playoff contender. Scherzer has turned in a pair of quality starts since coming over at the trade deadline, and we know how explosive the Rangers are at the plate. The Angels continue to come up short, and at this point you have to question how much guys have left in the tank to show up and put out an honest effort. The Angels are disappointing. The Rangers are one of the hottest teams in the league as they're closing in on a division crown, and it's hard to step in front of Max Scherzer. In 13 innings with the Rangers, Scherzer has allowed 10 hits and 4 runs with 15 strikeouts. He has reasons to be dominant again, as he's no longer wasting time with the Mets. Give the edge to Texas as they claim the series opener while keeping the Angels reeling. So the Texas Rangers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Los Angeles has seen the over post a 56 to 55 to 7 mark in their games entering Sunday's action. The Angels are tied for 8th in the majors by averaging 4.86 runs per game, a number that climbs to 4.98 runs per game on the road. Los Angeles has an average total of 9.76 runs per game, and that climbs to an average of 10 runs per game on the road. Texas has seen the over post a 56 to 52 to 9 mark in their 117 games in relation to the total entering Sunday. The Rangers are first in the majors in runs per game with 5.73 runs per contest, and that climbs to an average of 6.2 runs per game at home. Texas has posted an average total of 9.9 runs per game this season, which climbs up to 10.55 runs per game as the home team. The Angels have been hemorrhaging runs this season, and facing a Rangers team that can pile up runs by the truckload pushes this past the total. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Seattle Mariners versus Kansas City Royals. The Seattle Mariners will play the Kansas City Royals in Game 1 of their series on Monday night at Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri. The Royals were the hottest team in baseball about a week ago, but they have returned to true form in their last 8 games. Seattle is coming off of a series loss, but they have played great baseball recently and are pushing for a wild card berth. The Mariners are currently on the outside looking in for the last wild card spot in the American League, but they have played great baseball over the last week and a half. Kansas City only has 38 wins this year, and they are looking towards next year, but they have showed some ability to score runs lately that is giving some teams trouble. Kansas City is starting Brady Singer, who has allowed 3 earned runs or fewer in 3 straight starts. Seattle is starting Logan Gilbert, who has allowed 3 earned runs or fewer in 3 consecutive starts. Both teams have watched their hot runs start to slow, but the Mariners have still been the hotter team. And oh yeah, they've still got 25 more wins than the Royals and are frankly the better team across the board. I just think the price is where it is because Singer's been a valuable piece of Kansas City's rotation. But again, I just feel the Mariners hold all the cards here. Both of these pitchers have been solid recently, but the Mariners have the much better lineup and they are reasonably priced. So the Seattle Mariners money line is our full game side pick. The Royals have been scoring more recently and are a higher scoring club at Kauffman Stadium. They have also hit Gilbert pretty well in the past 2 years. The Seattle starter is coming off a quality start versus the inconsistent Padres, but he's also surrendered 7 or more hits in 3 of his last 5 starts. That could pose problems for him on the road tomorrow. The Mariners are 8-2 straight up in their first 10 games of the month and are slashing .266, .346, .453, and .790. I believe they'll produce enough to help push the total to 9+ runs. Singer has pitched well, but the Royals bullpen is the second worst statistically in baseball. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.